Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Mania. The Premier League season is almost finished, and we're going to go over everything that could happen on the final day of the season. And I've got a banging lineup tonight, so please hit the intro.
Priceless gem!
Yes, welcome. I'm your host for the evening, Abdullahi, and I'm joined by the main man, Clock End George. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, mate. How are you doing? You good?
Yeah, not too bad. Matt, back on the show again. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. There's always chaos whenever I come on, so
There is.
I'll be interested to see how this goes. Let's put it that way.
And welcome to Sports Mania, Lottie in the producer's chair as well.
Thanks, Abdi. Thank you for having me on. I mean,
Definitely
George has
better
promised
looking
me.
than Austin.
Thanks, George. But no, I've been waiting for ages for George to give me the shout, and then he gave me a shout this afternoon. I was like, yeah, it was free. I finished work about half an hour ago, so I said, why not?
Good. We've been
Thank
waiting
you
to
for
have
having
you
me
on for a while as well, though. No, so that's cool.
But I was waiting for I've said yes to George. I was just waiting for you guys to say, here's the show. Come and join us. So,
well, without further ado, let's dive right in. There's plenty to talk about, and let's start with all the action that happened last night in terms of Everton confirming their Premier League status for another season. Did any of you catch up with any of the stuff that happened during the game yesterday?
I'll say yes, but I didn't actually watch the game. I know what happened.
That's fine. But so just a quick rundown of what happened. Palace took a 2-0 lead going into halftime. The second goal was a bit of a weird one. Ayew arguably probably should have been sent off before the goal. It was a bit of a dodgy challenge, but managed to stay on the pitch. Everton, they make the comeback 3-2. I don't know why. I just felt it coming. I was just like, yeah, it just happened. And I was like, all right, cool. Everton staying. Sure, why not? Leeds burning, Leeds in the drop zone. We'll get into them a little bit more later on. I do want to mention about the pitch invasions that happened last night with the Everton fans. And it's not just solely on Everton. I've seen it happen the Nottingham Forest game with the incident with Billy Sharp and all that. I think that was an incident in the Port Vale Swindon game yesterday as well. So, George, let me start off with you. Your thoughts on sort of these pitch invasions that have been going on lately. And then afterwards, obviously, the incident of Patrick Vieira and the fan that got in his face, basically, and Vieira basically defended himself in a way.
Yeah, so the pitch invasions in general, I think, obviously we've had them for years, haven't we? But I've not known pitch invaders to come on and basically physically abuse players and coaches. That's my thing. As what you mentioned, the Sheffield United, Billy Sharp, pitch invader, nutted Billy Sharp, busted all his fat. At the end of the day, that's like GBH. So it's all right saying the fans need to have protection and stuff, but I think the players and the coaches do. Not gonna lie, if someone come up to me and done that to me, I'd knock them back and beat them up. I wouldn't just stand there. So obviously that goes into what happened with Vieira. I don't blame him one bit, and I think even the talk of him being done for it, and if people think it's because he used to play for Arsenal, it's not the case. Because I don't think Ollie McBurney should have been done either. You got to weigh it up. So if you're not going to give them that protection, then you have to run the gauntlet of that. They're going to protect themselves. Because like someone said, how do you know not one of them's carrying a knife or something? You don't. So,
yeah.
It was a bit of a stupid scale, so all the people to start on was Vieira.
Yeah. No, that You're
Rolling back
asking
the
for it
years,
now,
he
but
was.
kind of, yeah. Lottie, do you think Vieira done? Well, I don't want to say what was right, but sort of, do you think that I saw the FA are investigating him with the incident? Do you think he should be charged for it or prosecuted further for what he done yesterday?
You're on mute. You're on mute,
She's on
Lottie.
I always do this. Well, as I was saying when I was talking to myself, for this I'd have to take my Arsenal hat off because I always back him. He's one of my favourite captains at Arsenal. We haven't really had a captain like him, but taking that off and looking at this from a human perspective, for him to react the way he has to have said something for him to do that. And my question is, what was said for him to do what he did? So,
Okay.
if the FA obviously looking into it, but it's something. I just hope it's not a too harsher charge because he's done wonders at Palace this season. He's made Selhurst Park
Yeah.
an absolute what's the word for it?
Fortress?
Yeah, that's the word. Thank you, Matt. Do you know what? You read my mind. You do this on my channel as well. It's brilliant. He's made it a fortress to go to, and the fans are 100% behind him. So it's an absolute travesty that has happened, but I don't expect anything less from Evertonians at the moment because we've heard about the racist abuse that's coming from their fans. And personally, I wish they'd lost last night. They deserve to go down, in my opinion.
Harsh words. Very harsh.
Yep.
Rather
Matt,
burn and go down.
do you?
Pointless.
Well, we'll get into them. But yeah, Matt, on the pitch invasions, do you think that the Premier League should crack down, or Premier League, EFL, FA, whoever, because it happens not just in the Premier League, but in any of the divisions going down? Do you think they should introduce any further punishments in terms of stadium closures? I've heard EFL might be bringing in partial stadium closures. Do you think that should be considered as a punishment or points deductions in an extreme case?
If I'm honest, I think it's a bit harsh to do things like that. I remember actually going to Barnet when they won the Conference League. Everyone was running on the pitch and everyone was celebrating. It wasn't really anyone being aggressive, but it seems to be because of this must have been 2010. So no one really had their phones out going around dancing and celebrating as much as people do now. But you see things like where Ollie McBurney's been attacking this fan and he's kicked out at him. I don't know what the full story is there, but obviously something's been said beforehand. So you probably got about maybe 50 witnesses of that incident alone.
He was protecting Sharp. That's why he's he hit Billy Sharp. That fan hit Billy Sharp, and McBurney brought him over and got into a fight basically with him, and that's why he's lashed out at that fan.
Okay, so it's kind of like a retaliation then.
Yeah.
In that case, then it's a separate incident to what happened to Billy Sharp, but it's things where now, because of social media and because the TV's there, whatever you do in a game, if take the incident again at Goodison Park earlier this season when the protester decided to zip tie himself to the goal, you're going to be seen, you're going to be noticed, you're going to be told you're an idiot on social media. So all of that kind of goes out the window within five seconds, I'd say. Take the Forest result. They won on penalties in the end. I look at Everton. They just scored a last-minute winner. Well, not really last minute. Like 5 minutes to go, and Calvert-Lewin goes and scores a goal and potentially keeps you up. I'm happy for Everton. Like being where I am now, like it's either you've got a very much a Liverpool or Everton area, and with my connection to Everton at the moment, I'm really happy for them. But at the same time, there's just a small minority of fans that are taking the mick with these sort of things, the racist abuse, and maybe taking it a bit too far. The idiot last night, again, going after Vieira. Why would you go after Vieira after you know everything that he's done? I think he's got one of the most red cards in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. Someone will probably correct me if I'm wrong. But
You'd be up there, yeah.
There's a reason why he's got so many red cards, and that's because he is aggressive and he wasn't willing to back down. If you annoy him, he will do something to annoy you back, or he'll put you on the floor like the fan did last night. It's just things like that just spoil the game afterwards. I mean, imagine. I'm trying to think of a scenario really where there would be a pitch invasion. I mean, at the Emirates right now, you probably have a little. You probably wouldn't be able to because the stewards would be there. There'll be enough room for them to actually create the barriers needed to. But in the other sort of stadiums like Goodison Park, because you're quite near the pitch and everything, you can quite easily jump over the barriers and things like that. So all things like this that will happen at Stanley Moore is not going to happen when they have the new stadium, that's for sure.
And I do understand why they do it in terms of that they're celebrating, their emotion gets the best of them. But in those situations, though, there are other opposition players on the field as well, and they're just trying to get away. And what can you do when there's pretty much thousands of people pouring onto the pitch surrounding you? You basically can't go anywhere, sort of thing. And there is the question of how many people are genuinely just caught up in the emotion of everything. How many people are just doing it for their social media stuff? Because I've seen a couple of videos going around. Yeah,
it's aggressive. Like you compare, like I understand pitch invasions. I'm fine with that for me personally. But you go on the examples we've used. So Billy Sharp. So apparently Billy Sharp was taunting the fans earlier in the game. I didn't watch it. So, but all these people that are the ones that have been involved, they're aggressive. It's violence. It isn't just a pitch invasion to celebrate. Like Swindon players got verbally and physically abused. Patrick Vieira was verbally apparently abused and physically abused because apparently he was grabbed hold of as well.
Yeah, the guy was holding his shoulder.
Billy Sharp. So yeah, to celebrate. But why have personally, I don't know. I don't want to be stereotypical, but I think they're younger fans who think, or fans in general, that can just think they get away with anything. So we keep saying that fans need protected, but so do these players and stuff. But it's been happening for years because Neil Warnock was on Talk Sport earlier. I think it was earlier today or yesterday. He was talking about when he was manager at Crystal Palace and they lost to Bristol City in the playoff semi-final. When he was going, he had people near him. He was getting like spat at and people throwing punches at him. So, what? Like your team should by the Bristol City, but your team's just won. Why are you so violent? And maybe you're right. Maybe they are doing it for the fame, but I think they're just twats. If I'm honest, they wouldn't do that to a normal person in the street, would they? If they confronted them.
No.
Abdi, can I just add something onto that? I also think all these idiots with the social media trends and whatever, they do need to take in consideration what it means to the fans who don't do it for the social media. They go because it's home. It's a regular thing. I know that it's true for me and George. I know for Sam, for Matt, when he goes to like the women's games and he's even though he's away or whatever, it's still home because his team's there. And that's a massive feeling around Arsenal. And I know I've got my Arsenal hat and I do apologise, Abdi. But
that's fine.
Will it get to the point where they have to put netting up around the end of the ground? You're sitting there watching the game for netting.
No one wants to see that.
Just to protect the players. No one wants to see that. I mean, if you've been away to Barcelona, you sit in a cage, more or less. It's horrible. Yeah. I don't want to see that in any English ground. Because if those fans decide to do that, you're asking for a bigger accident.
I do think it's right what someone said as well. Like we're talking about this now. I can't remember who said it. I think it was actually Ray Parlour or someone like that. Said we don't want to be having a conversation one day when in the news it's that a football player or football manager's been stabbed.
Exactly. There's that as well. And with the Premier League now, we're bringing in safe standing. If this continues, none of us are going to be able to stand through the game. Like there's certain blocks in the Emirates. George knows this. I know this. We stand all game. The stewards can't do nothing about it. But if you get a block that majority sits the rest of the game, you will get told to sit down. And there are blocks that refuse to sit down. They will stand, they will sing, whatever. But these fans that are doing this, they're going to affect the whole league. And it's just a shame that it's a minority that are ruining it for everybody else.
And that is a key word. That is a key word. Yeah, it is the minority and it's not a majority. And to the Everton fans that were on the pitch last night after the game, when the game had finished, and they were celebrating, those I don't mind that because they're all emotional. No, it wasn't, because the stupid thing is as well, when the fans came onto the pitch, it wasn't even 3-2. It was 2-2. They had just equalised, and then they ran onto the pitch.
85th minute, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think it was around there, maybe before then, but it was just as they equalised. It wasn't even as they scored the winner. So I don't understand the people coming in the middle of the pitch, in the middle of a match, to interrupt your own team, sort of, from going on and then skewering it. Afterwards, yes, break down, the emotion carries you away and getting into it. But congratulations to Everton. Either way, they have avoided relegation.
There were two Everton fans when that was happening actually got in between them and ushered, basically tried to separate so Vieira was safe.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the negative. Yeah. So we're talking about the negative side of it, which rightfully, but we do need to say that fair play to the Everton fan, because it isn't just Everton.
Yeah, no, of course.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. It's just that arsehole who thinks he's big. He's probably had a few too many Stellas or something, and
personally, George, I think he's in a bit harder stuff than that, mate. I'm afraid.
I'll say it. Right, he's probably been on the Coke as well, not the can of Coke or Dr Pepper. Coke up to his eyeballs. Had a few drinks. Well, yeah, I'm a big hard man. Anyway, we'll see. But
just as well.
Would he do that to Vieira in the street? No way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Just as well,
what you say?
The way that the Goodison Park is laid out, that Vieira has to go across the pitch to get to the away fan.
That's what they were saying.
Room. So there's no way that he could have gotten away from the fans anyway. So no matter what, he has to go through that pitch.
Yeah.
And that's what
he was being followed. He was being followed by the guy.
Yeah,
and
he was.
Vieira was trying to get away from him. He was going. I saw the actual footage of the guy filming, and from his point of view, what happened? He was literally in Vieira's face, waving his middle finger. You just see the camera just all fall to the floor. It's like, I saw the actual footage from outside of the point of view, from third person. Sort of thing.
There's your answer. It was a social media stunt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? To go viral.
Because at first, he wanted the players off the pitch, Vieira. He was like, you can't carry on this game when this is happening. And he's
exactly. Exactly, 100%. I mean, I'd if that happened at Arsenal, or we're away somewhere, I expect Arteta to take them off.
Yeah. He's a lunatic. He'd take them all out.
From what I understand, the only time we've had a sort of mini pitch invasion was actually when we had the TV big screens on at the Emirates for the cup finals at Wembley for the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the most recent one to memory. Yeah. But if you go back through our history, Matt,
you go back to 1971. There was a pitch invasion when we won the league.
We invaded everything.
I can imagine that. That's like more of a common thing now. But
they weren't violent or nothing.
Just before we move on, I was just thinking about this now. I imagine a team like Marine. Imagine if they got a home game against another Premier League team, say a Chelsea or something like that. If Marine go and win that game 1-0 in the last minute of added time or something like that, they'll be going on the pitch no matter what, because they've just won a game quite easily, 1-0, and they'll be cheered and celebrated and everything. But I don't think any of the Marine fans would be going around and abusing the opposition. It depends who the player was.
Even the abuse is fine, not fine. But what I mean with that, so if you're
there's a line,
abused, there's a line. Like even if you're getting abused from the crowd, even if they went up to and said, "Oh, you're my language, you're shit," something like that, that's fine. But it's when it gets to violence, like the pitch invaders and all that, don't bother me. Like I think it adds, like you said, if it's a lower league club and they've knocked out one of the big teams, no disrespect, it was going to happen. But these silly minority moments where people are being attacked. Like Swindon lost the penalty shootout to get promoted, and they've basically been attacked. Like, what is by their own fans? That I think that's the one that I can't get as well. So that was a mixture. That was Port Vale and Swindon. Like, but all it takes, and it is right, what someone said. So this happens next time. So what happens when the opposite fans think, hold on, enough's enough, and then it kicks off and potentially could cause. Like, imagine if, like, a Premier League game, for example, say, I don't know, just say it happens an Arsenal Tottenham game, don't choose them, or a Man United Liverpool game. So
It's hooliganism,
it'll be like if a Liverpool fan goes up and kicks Ronaldo or something, and then the Man United fans come up and say, well, that's it, we're having there's like a big massive fight.
Yeah.
Hasn't someone already gone onto the pitch and tried to kick one of the players before this season? So I'm sure that some sort of player has been been floored this season.
Yeah, it was earlier in the season. I can't remember who it was. It's just not great for the other fans. And instead of talking about Everton doing amazing to win 3-2, we're talking about some twat who's attacked Vieira. And I was hearing, like, one of the punishments he could get is a whole season touchline ban.
Yeah.
Like,
the one that sticks out to me of an incident was in the Championship, Jack Grealish, when he was at Villa still, Birmingham City fan ran on and punched him around the back of the head and sort of caused chaos there. And yeah, but just moving on now. But Everton safe, takes pressure off them going into Sunday's game, and probably makes things a bit less stressful for the Arsenal lot going into Sunday, final day of the season. Top four is sort of still there. Go on.
Sorry,
comments?
Before we move on, I'm just going to fly through these comments. We've got Stu in the chat. Good evening, all. Happy Friday. They're just flying in, Abdi. Let's go.
Right,
It's
Stu.
Friday. From Stu. Stu again. Matt in chaos, really. What you been doing, Matt? From
being
Stuart. Sam Wilson's in the chat, gang.
Hey, Sam.
Liam Archer is also in the chat. Evening,
Right,
all.
Liam.
Another comment from Stu. Patrick is a cool customer. He's big and friendly giant. Are you sure you're not getting confused with Per Mertesacker there, Stu? Keith has just jumped in the chat. What's up?
Okay. Look forward to see you Sunday. I don't think the F stands for friendly with Mertesacker, though.
Yeah, but you know me, Joe, to keep it PG. Stu saying hello to Steve. Stu has saying hello to Keith. Can't get my words out. People. I don't know. That's the problem.
That's your new name on Sunday, Keith. Steve.
Keith saying all right to Stu. And Stu, I'm buzzing for the weekend, mate. Sunday fun day at the football. Massive Arsenal social. We cannot wait, can we, Georgie?
Yeah, there's nothing else on this game, so that's fine.
Yeah, you say that. But
No, there's not.
It's my job and responsibility to look at it from the facts, and the facts is Arsenal can still get top four regardless of what you guys think.
You need to remember you're also going to the Fortress. You're going to have a tough time over there.
Who?
United.
Oh, well, no, we'll get into it. We'll get into it later.
We'll get into that.
Unfortunately, we have to because there is somehow something riding on our game. So, you know.
It's not happening at Arsenal. It's not happening.
No. Top four, still there. 1 point, not 1.2 points. A win for you guys. Spurs have to lose. Rumours of food poisoning again. Is it 2006 all over again? What's going on? Has anyone seen this?
There is an illness that's hit the camp. It's not food poisoning, apparently. But Harry Kane is being assessed tomorrow because he's under the weather and Kulusevski. But they're not going to come out and
Conte
say
said that. Conte said he will play. So I don't know.
Get the lasagna out.
for,
Yep.
for the integrity of the league, I'd rather not see them go down to food poisoning and
I
and then
would.
Norwich take advantage. Well, of course you would, because then afterwards you guys can sweep in and take fourth
I'd like
spot.
to see them
Which
all
is
get struck down by COVID. I'm not going to lie, like anything.
okay.
Just,
Moving on swiftly. Lottie, let's start off with you. How are you feeling going into Sunday's game, and do you think top four is still there for you guys? Is it still on? Can you guys do it?
Well, put it this way: unless Pookie can get a 90th minute screamer and the ref blows the whistle straight away, and there's no VAR check, we'll be good. We'll be good.
Okay.
It'd be good. It'd be good for my fantasy football as well, to be fair. But
You got Pookie.
I might do. I've got
Okay.
George in the cup, sort of cup final. I'm going to beat him this weekend.
Bring it home. Bring it home.
So no, you never know. I mean, it's just Pookie at the moment's in form, but so is everybody else up at the shell. So you just don't know what's going to happen with Norwich.
Yeah.
I do.
George, stop being a cynic.
It's not happening. No chance.
Cynic. Can I
No
finish?
chance. You're basically the reverse Austin at this point.
No
So-
chance. I
so-
guarantee it. I'm not
Guarantee.
that.
Cynic.
No, I guarantee it. No chance.
Okay, well, I'll play this back to you next week when we're back on. If you
But
get it,
I would take that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care.
No,
if
you
I
would,
sound
'cause
like
that-
an
that is-
absolute lemon. I don't care. If you
It's
play
fine.
that back, you can play it to me every day for the next.
no,
10
because
years.
it's a positive.
bother
It's
me.
not a negative. If it was the other way around, then yeah. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't think we'll.
Matt, I think we need to get the popcorn out while these two go at it.
I even
Well, we're not
said
gonna go
if
out.
Norwich win, I would get the
doing my
player's
thing.
name who scored the winner tattooed on me.
You're gonna get a canary as well, man.
Yeah, me and Jonesy, canary, double matching canaries. That's what we said. If Norwich win and we get top four, we're getting canaries.
All
That's
right.
how confident we are.
Matt, how are you feeling going into Sunday? Are you confident? Do you think Norwich can cause Spurs to slip up? Do you think Everton now on 'cause they got relegation sealed, Premier League survival sealed in the bag? Do you think it's going to be a much easier game for Arsenal going into that game?
With Norwich, you never know because they're such a yo-yo club. They only turn up whenever they can be bothered, really. So you never know. They're already down. They've got nothing to play for. And you go, you know what? Might fancy them to do something, but I don't. It's Norwich. On top of that, it doesn't matter. Again, if we go to Lasagna Gate and things like that, that only came out after the game had finished. But now it seems to be everywhere, and you can tell everyone's team news like instantly through social media. So again, things like that, it's never really going to happen again. You have to, unless you are really sneaky on how you do it.
Let's see what I can do.
But yeah, when I look at Everton now, I think they're going to be looking forward to this Sunday's game. Sorry, not next Sunday because there's no game next Sunday. Everyone will be on holiday.
There is a game next Sunday. Nottingham Forest versus Huddersfield Town.
Oh yeah, but
Will be another
Premier
fight.
League wise, I just see Everton are going to use this as a chance to try and use this as a springboard for next season. There's going to be a huge revamp at Everton next season. They're going to want to get rid of as much of the deadwood as possible. They'll probably be releasing a load of players on contracts and things like that just to get rid of them. But when I look at them, it's Frank Lampard again against Arsenal. I don't feel that confident. I would probably say a draw because everything happens with Arsenal at the moment in threes. Three wins on the bounce, 3 loses on the bounce. So it doesn't fill with much confidence. And then again, you're shaking your head as if to say, you're making me feel worse.
But you
Go
don't
on,
score
Matt.
predict. You hate that. That's
Go
why
on,
I'm
Matt.
sitting there going, no. Continue, ignore me.
No. It's just the way the season's gone. It's just the way. Maybe it's just on the cards. But if I had to predict something, I would only go with a 1-1 draw. But I'm always wrong with my predictions anyway.
And that's why I always get you to predict because you're always wrong.
I think we'll beat
Well,
Everton.
I'm going to get you guys to predict, and I'm going to get you guys to predict top 4, yay or nay, around the table. George, I already know
No.
your answer, but okay. Matt,
No.
no. Lottie,
I'm gonna say no. The idea of this season was to get back into Europe, and I'm content with that. I said on Cannon Chatter, 6 is a minimum for this season, and they proved me wrong. If you told me in August we'd be competing for a Champions League spot by the end of the season, I would have laughed in your face. I would have laughed, and I said I've got more chance of the Arsenal women winning the Champions League again this season.
I got laughed at for saying that Arsenal will be back in Europe when I predicted around 6th for Arsenal in the table. I'm like, Georgie boy, that was you as well. No, but
Sure.
never say never. Never say never in football. Anything can happen.
I thought we were
we've
gonna
seen
be, like, 10th.
football. Yeah, football's
Just
a crazy
to
old thing.
defend myself there.
Go on, George. Go on.
We didn't when we done the predictions there.
Yeah.
We didn't actually have all our signings.
Mhm.
So, I thought it was going to take a bit of time. I thought we'd be battered in for Europa League, but I'm not the person on here that says stuff like guarantee and stuff. I wasn't the one who said England were toast in the Euros the whole way through.
Hey, I take that on the chin. It's
Where
fine.
did you say Man United would finish?
Oh, don't. No, we're not going to get into that.
No, you
We're not
called
going to get
me
into that.
out.
We're not going to
Oh,
get
I'm
into that.
curious. I missed that. Come on.
No, you called me out.
I thought we were going to finish in top 4.
What?
Yeah, I could see where you're
I
going
think
with
so.
that, like at the start
That
of
was
the
about it.
season.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
you said
I get that for the
Wales,
start of the season, but by October I would
Yeah,
have thought.
at the start, I think that's fair. That
Oh, we lost
everyone
Stu.
expected United to fall off the cliff the way they did. So, it's
Okay.
fine. But
Yes.
I was just
any comments
just
like-
making it 1-1. That was all.
yeah, that's fine.
Right. Just to cool things off, I'm going to run through some of these comments. We've had that one from Stu. Keith says, "Ha ha 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 ha! Call me what you want,
Cheers,
George, mate." Stu, just that opened just to George and Keith. Ha ha. Not sure what that means, Stu. Stu says, "Pray for Pookie." Stu, George, you're buying the beers for that comment. Ha 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 ha.
I'll tell you, I will buy 2 shots to each person that we are with if Arsenal get top 4. I have
Do you know
said
what
it.
I'm
I
gonna
will
say?
not back out of that.
Do you know what I'm going to say to that? Tequila.
Yeah, that's
Right,
fine.
anyway,
Oh,
back to Keith's comment. Pookie hat-trick to make it 3-3. Them lot and 34 in the 97th minute to make it 16-0. And we do them a goal
Oh my
different than
God.
Jordan's fine. 2 shots for everyone in the Darlington. Keith, I love it. But I'm not saying
Cheers, Steve.
Imagine the scenes.
Yeah, Stu said amen to that. To Keith. Nah, mate, is open to all, said Keith. Oh, wow. George, you're going to be out of pocket, mate. Stu, love that, mate, but I don't know you that well. Might change, though, Sunday. Oh, God. Sounds like a bromance brewing in the chat there between Keith and Stu, I tell you.
Don't be careful, Keith. Jake will get jealous.
Just
Right.
thinking on this this fixture, this will be the first time that we play in that new home shirt.
Yeah,
I was
I was-
Are you playing in the New Home shirt?
yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
just
we
thinking,
are.
is that the first time that is this the only team that are Arsenal going to be the only team wearing the new shirt? Because
Think
I was
so.
thinking about this a long
So,
time.
I haven't seen anyone else
We
doing
did
it.
that last season. This is the second season we've done it, so I'm
I'm-
assuming so.
I saw Chelsea do it last season as well with their new one. So
I'm not really happy that it's happening because you should be forced to wear the shirt that you've had all season. You shouldn't be making special kits towards the end of the season unless there's an anniversary or anything like that.
They've got to let Lacazette wear it this season because he ain't wearing it next season.
But still,
That's one-
it's more.
that's
It's
actually one
used
good
as
thing about
advertising
last game of the
campaign. To be
season.
fair,
it
I'll
just
give you that.
frustrates me that you've worn a kit all season and then to turn around and
Yeah.
go, "Oh, we got a shiny new one that's just waiting to be pulled out." It would have made. It just frustrates me that you're supposed to finish the campaign with the same shirts. Don't go keep on adding shirts just for the sake of it. It doesn't make sense.
Money,
otherwise-
money.
what were you going to
Yeah.
say, George? By the way,
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
one positive thing I will say about Sunday's game is that it's Alex Lacazette's last game, so I will embrace that.
is it definite?
Yeah,
For sure.
And Eddie's.
Oh yeah, it's just getting better and better. I can't wait for Sunday now. So we get Eddie, Lacazette, lack of threat. They can't keep him. On what ground can they keep him?
Don't know.
Actually,
I'll
we're
even
still
pay
talking
They don't
about
find
for his
anyone
train
else?
ticket to the Eurotunnel. No,
Leno's
staying.
still there, but I take it he won't play.
Leno.
though.
Oh no, Leno might be off
Good.
to. I think I was reading. Was it Benfica?
I reckon he's going to go back to
I was
Germany.
reading-
Yeah, but they were talking about that actually earlier, talking about Benfica because they were saying
Mm.
about involving it in the Nunes deal. But
Yeah.
the problem is that Benfica only want to pay 10 million for Leno. Like, I know we give things away, but that's like
ridiculous.
going into a harvester and having a really expensive steak salad, and then they bring you order that, and then they bring you out like a Happy Meal. Like, no, it's not. It's not happening. Like Leno, 10 million for Leno. That's ridiculous. Like at least 20, 25. But if they want to be like that, then Nunes plus 10 million. See you later. Get the passport.
That's fine. Listen, we'll go into transfers over the course of the summer on the channel. So please stay tuned for
to
that.
win 17-0. There you go. There's your positivity.
I like it, George. I
Lacazette
like
to
it.
score
Keep it up.
10.
Get him in your fantasies and triple captain him if you still have that chip, because you will absolutely blitz your mini leagues if you're second or whatever.
I've
Well,
got my
back top.
triple captain as well.
Have you? Put on Lacazette. Put on Lacazette for old time's sake and say goodbye.
No, I can't.
Last time you'll be able to do that.
I'll have to go and phone Samaritans after if I
No.
did that. I can't do it.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of phoning Samaritans and all that, Man United.
Oh, we're
are
talking
back
about
in action.
United.
Yeah, they're back in action. Unfortunately,
Are they?
yeah, unfortunately,
Win.
they've been off for 2 weeks.
Mate,
Weird
you'll win because
fixture
you're not
list.
going.
Yeah, well, the odds have drastically gone down because I'm not there, so yeah, that's fine. We got Palace away. The thing that I always was dreading that I didn't actually think would happen, Conference League is actually a possibility for us. And that is an all-time low,
Don't knock
even
it.
worse than what we
I'll be
have.
honest with
competition.
you, boys. That would be glorious if that happened.
Don't knock it,
Maybe,
Abdi.
maybe.
Great competition. Got really great size in
Oh,
that.
no,
Look,
definitely.
Moura.
I mean, you'd be absolutely fine. I mean, come on, Spurs lost to a pub side. That's not even National League.
Harry
I-
Maguire might look
Fine.
good in the
Listen,
Conference League.
listen, I'm perfectly fine with playing on Thursday night, but I'm not playing in that green competition. I don't want to be playing in that. Leave me alone. Just let me play in the Europa League, banging out that theme. I know they have the same theme music, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
I'm sorry,
Literally-
but that's just snobbery. Europe is Europe.
Stupid.
Europe
No,
is Europe, but, you know.
I'd rather not be.
When
in
you
that
look
crap.
at it,
To be fair,
You've
for a
got-
club with a status like yours, like that is.
It's
kind
good
of
for
like
little
not
clubs like Leicester, Tottenham.
I think we should be
and all that.
barred from it. Even if we finish 7th, give it to flipping rather than just 8th. Because at that point, it's just like, I don't know. We should
Yeah.
really.
Ronaldo in the
Sorry,
Conference
George.
League.
Sorry,
I'm
George.
thinking-
George, what were you saying? Sorry.
I'm saying like I think for the little clubs like Leicester, Tottenham, Roma, all them ones, like it's not really major, but for like a team the size of Manchester United, who were meant to be title contenders this season, no. Imagine Ronaldo in the Conference League. Like he's playing against someone who plays him probably on
Is he-
FIFA.
I don't think we'll register him as a player for
No,
the
I
squad.
Wait,
don't.
what's he-
He'll be out. He'll be gone. He's only.
No,
signed
no,
a contract
he's
for a
not
year,
going
hasn't
anywhere.
he?
He's no 2 years. He's staying. He's not going anywhere.
He's gonna.
Never know, he might
It's
quit.
the only thing he ain't won.
Conference League.
I doubt it because Ten Hag wants him in his plans, and he's said repeatedly. And Ronaldo looks like he isn't going anywhere. He is focused. Anything can happen. Never say never. Anything can
I know.
happen. But I've seen
No,
him
no,
in the
exactly, but I
the
think
promotional kits and all that. If he wasn't going to be here, he wouldn't be in any of those stuff. So I think he's given the green light for him to be here.
But
And I've-
I'm going to
yeah.
hold your horses there.
Go
The
on.
Herbert Chapman kit, Thierry Henry was in the photo shoot and he left.
Mm.
So
I'm
it's
sure.
not, he's not going to leave.
Mm.
Van Persie
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that as
Anything can
well.
happen. As an
That's
Arsenal
true.
fan, that hurt. And I will never forget that.
Ronaldo will stay. He's fine. He likes
I do
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
think he'll
but-
stay.
I'm just
With the
gonna
way
say
everything's
George.
going on with the reports I've seen, I think he will stay. But onto the game itself.
Verdi likes EastEnders, so he's really happy now because the last episode's on the Thursday before they play in the Conference League.
5:55, eh? Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
exactly.
He can
So
get
he
back
can
to the
watch the whole
dressing room,
week of
gets in his
EastEnders.
ice
Yeah.
bath, all that.
Yeah.
Forget it. Sunday, just watch the omnibus or something. You know? But yeah, the actual game itself: Palace away, Selhurst Park, final day of the season. rumours and speculations that Ten Hag will be in the stands watching that game. I don't know who we've got fit and available. I've seen the press conference. I think the people that I saw who was in training are no longer in training or went home early. So I think we're back to whoever we had for the Brighton game, which is
Harry boy.
that great. He probably will be back in the starting lineup.
Yes,
he was on the
quality defender.
And that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Actually, Abdi, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to put you in
Go
the
on.
hot seat. Do you think Ten Hag is the man to give you that culture change that Man United desperately need? Because the amount of egos you got in your team, that is the key point where your problem starts for me.
It's hard to say at this point because with the amount of people that we've been through, I can't say for certain that he'll be the man, but for sure he was definitely the person I wanted from way back after Solskjaer got sacked. I was like, oh, who can we get? Ten Hag? Get Ten Hag. Pochettino was an option. If we had got like back then, if Pochettino came in, then sure, I would have gone with it. There was the links of Conte and all that stuff as well. And Spurs went for him ultimately. In the long term, I don't think Conte would have worked out. I think it would have been fine. I think he would have managed to do what he done with Spurs, turn us around, get us in top four. But then ultimately, we'll be back in the same position where we are now, a couple of years down the line. So why not start fresh?
I'm going to
start
have to
new.
disagree with you there because Conte, as a manager, is a serial winner.
He is. I'm not going to disagree with that.
He hasn't come up with anything. He has changed the culture at that shithole down the road. And no, even as an Arsenal fan, even I can't deny that. But I think he would have been the right manager to sort your dressing room out.
He probably no. That's the thing.
That's just fact. But I
think
don't
I'm going to disagree with a lot of you.
I don't.
Can I finish?
Yeah, you can.
I don't think Ten Hag is going to be able to control them egos. It's not going to happen because the bigger ones, yes, Ronaldo he's got every right to have that ego with what he's won and what he's achieved throughout his career. Fine, but then you get attitudes rubbing up against him, the likes of Paul Pogba, Harry Maguire. I don't know how he still gets in your starting lineup, by the way. And then you've got.
I don't know. He's the captain still.
Yeah, so it's just it doesn't make sense to me. Like culture-wise, you need someone who's going to iron that out. We've had that at Arsenal. The ground's completely changed. From the stands, it's changed. Fans who go to the games, you don't see them saying Arteta out. They see the project. They see it. Some fans from home see it, but not everybody.
I see it from outside point of view as well.
Exactly.
And
you're a neutral fan as well. So
yeah, exactly.
It's fans like you that do see it. But I do really think that your club seriously needs a makeover.
Of course. And I think it is going through that. And what I was saying of Conte earlier, I do think he would have been successful in terms of he would have gotten us into Europe. He might have won the odd trophy along the way. But that's sort of what Mourinho done as well in terms of he brought that in as well. But at the end of the day, Conte, he can be a loose cannon in terms of the way it ends. Like, just look at what was going on at Spurs midway through the season. The amount of reports saying that, Conte is going to leave in the summer. He's going to walk away. He's going to go to PSG.
He's still
for the short term, no, I don't think he will. I think he's committed now. But for the short term, yes, I do agree. Conte would have been probably the best option at that time as well, who was available. And he would have come in and done well. But long term, I don't think it would have worked out. And I think Ten Hag is better long term. I don't think it's going to be easy straight off the bat. And I think a lot of people just want something new, something fresh, something different. And a lot of the people who are behind the scenes are leaving. You got the people like Ed Woodward, who's the CEO, whatever he was, running the ship. The big Billy I Am or whatever he is, he left now. We got a new CEO and Richard Arnold coming in. He's more delegating his role rather than putting himself into a position where he knows absolutely nothing about. So now I have director of football, Brian Ranić. Granted, it hasn't worked out for him as the coach, and he has made some mistakes, but I think the players haven't made themselves look in the best of lights as well with him. So Ten Hag coming in, a lot of people are walking out as well. You gotta see like Paul Pogba's going to be gone, Matic's going to be gone, Juan Mata's going to be gone, Lingard's going to be gone, and then afterwards there are people who are for sale. You're going to get the likes of Eric Bailly is going to be gone, Wan-Bissaka's going to be gone, Phil Jones is going to be gone. I think there was talk of Brandon Williams going to be out the door. There's at least probably 10 players are going to be gone this summer, and we need to bring in
a squad, mate. You'll get a game.
We probably problem.
You, Jack, and Luke. That'd be the midfield
Yeah,
three.
exactly. No, but the thing is, it is going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time, and I think we have to be very patient with Ten Hag coming in.
Oh no, I
Go
know
on,
that.
sorry.
But for me personally, you don't know if Ten Hag can play Premier League football. If he can tactically play properly, and I'd rather have a manager that's been in and out of the Premier League than someone who's never been here. I know he's done very well where he is because I kept an eye on him because his team are brilliant.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have someone that's got that experience. Matt, I don't know about you. I'm just going to bring you into the conversation because you're a bit quiet. But would you rather have someone with Premier League experience or just coming in out of nowhere, basically, to manage a club like Man United with their reputation?
This was the problem with Arsenal, wasn't it? The fact that Emery had no experience of the Premier League when he came in. And you look at some of the people that have gone into that United job. You had Solskjaer, who had Premier League experience with Cardiff, got them relegated. You had Mourinho, Premier League experience, serial winner, got them the odd trophy, but just couldn't do it in the Premier League when it really mattered. I always go back to the Arteta signing. I know everyone has their own opinions on this and whether or not they would want Arteta. I didn't want Arteta. I wanted Ancelotti because he knew the league. He knew what he was dealing with. He was the authoritarian. Exactly what United would have needed at this moment in time. I don't know what Ten Hag's style is. I think he's more towards the Arteta style, where he's more towards promoting the youth academy players and listen, we brought you through the system. You play what is now the Ajax way. He's got to implement that now at United, but he doesn't. I don't know if he will know what the United way is, and that's things that he got to work out. Unfortunately, with the Arsenal situation, Arsenal are paying a Chelsea fan X amount of money to ask them what an Arsenal DNA is, which I think is stupid. You've got fan groups there that are there to be supported and tell you what these things are, and unfortunately they're not using them. It's just stupid. You would have thought that's sort of the system, that's the style that we play, that's what we're used to. But yeah, authoritarians, you need that in the dressing room. I don't think you'll get that with Ten Hag, unfortunately.
I just want to say on that point of view with the whole Premier League experience stuff, that probably was the factor for why people wanted someone like a Pochettino to come in and be the manager for us. But with the situation was with Ten Hag coming in, it was more the way he played as well. Like, Premier League experience can get you so far. You know, Pochettino came in. I think the reason why United fans didn't want him as much as they wanted Ten Hag is because we've seen with what he's done. So he was the known quantity. But I think the reason why people wanted the unknown quantity is because it's new and different. You look at someone like Klopp, didn't have Premier League experience, came in. Look what he's done with Liverpool. Guardiola didn't have Premier League experience. Wenger didn't have Premier League experience. Fergie didn't have Premier League experience. It's coming into the league, and you just have to see what happens, if they can adapt or not. I think there was a telling moment. There was a quote, I think it was a couple of years ago. Ten Hag, he's a student of the game. He knows what he's doing. He's literally come from Ajax straight to Manchester or straight to London to do what he needs to do to get things started, get the ball rolling. He knows it's a big task. He knows what he has to do and get United back on track. He's done it with Ajax. Ajax weren't in the best position when he went in. And granted, the Eredivisie and the Premier League aren't on the same level. And I think he understands that. What he said about Pep Guardiola when he first came in is Pep Guardiola underestimated the kind of physicality that was in the Premier League. And that's why he didn't start off well. So he's also studying and learning. And that's what sort of the thing I like about Ten Hag. People say, can you cope with egos and stuff? I think he can handle it. I think he will command respect from the players. A lot of players who worked under him say highly good things about him and always talk positively about him. As I said, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of patience, and hopefully we can see the results of what he brings to United.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to quickly whiz through these comments because a few of them have flown in since. Bye them to them three. They won't be missed. I'm assuming that's going back to George's comment on lack of threat. Stu, George, you're going for it tonight, Lowell. You're cracking me up.
I try my best, mate. You know what I mean?
Liam Archer, come on, Palace and West Ham. And Tommy is doing the chat. Oi, oi.
Piss
Tommy.
Tom's just said, George, could he have your haircut?
Why? What's wrong with it?
He wants the same haircut.
If you want, go to the barber's and ask for it.
Can I get the George? Nah. Look, moving on. Just
Can I just
sort
have my
of
thing on Man United because I didn't really say about it.
second.
I'll be
Yeah.
quick. So, I think it all depends what the majority of Manchester United fans and to do the club want from it, because I do think Ten Hag will do a decent job, but like Matt said, I think it's going to be more of a youthful project sort of thing. If you said to me out of the two, out of him or Pochettino, who I would have is a Ten Hag, to be fair. Pochettino, he went to PSG, but he couldn't even win the league when he went there first time, could he? So, in a league where it's not very competitive. So, I don't know, I think Ten Hag could do all right, but I think Man United fans got to be very, very patient. Like, he's got a 3-year deal. I don't think you'll see the best of Ten Hag towards the end of his contract. I don't think you're going to see like a Man United guy, unless they go absolutely crazy spending money in the summer. I don't think you're going to see him like second or third next season. So that's just because of the amount of players you've got to get rid of. Like you've named, there's probably about 15 players that shouldn't even be at that club.
No, that is true. It's gonna. Ranić said earlier as well. United need to have like after this transfer window, another 2 to 3 transfer windows to actually get the squad into
in a pretty
the right
similar
shape.
position to us, to be honest. Right.
I would say similar position to you, but at the same time, I think we're a little bit in the terms of on the platform a little bit higher in terms of that. I don't know if that's the right word, but
just because you had Champions League,
with the players that we have as well, and sort of the quality as well, but I think we have been let down a bit. We should be, and I think I probably could list you about 5 games realistically that we shouldn't have lost or shouldn't have dropped points in. That would have probably closed the gap a little bit more to where we are, but ultimately the players let us down. And this is the situation we're in now. So I'm ready for next season anyway, but Sunday, Palace, we'll see. But also in action, Brighton against West Ham, who are West Ham.
Prediction.
I don't.
Come on.
I don't want to do a score prediction.
I got forced to do score predictions, and I always get them wrong. And then people love it when I get it wrong. So you just have to.
It's not going to be any fun because Abdi's not there. Abdi's not there. Whenever he goes, they lose. So
I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say 1-0.
1-1 draw.
1-1, yeah, probably 1-1 draw. But as long as West Ham don't win, then we're fine. But Brighton v West Ham. West Ham don't actually have a good record against them. They haven't beaten them yet, and that's probably famous last words because they could beat them on the weekend.
So basically, you're saying that you've got an easy win against.
No,
Palace,
do not twist my words. Do not twist my words.
West Ham.
Do not twist my words. No. No. Do
you know what?
That's what I hope for, but go on.
My score prediction, I'm going to say Harry Maguire's going to let you down. I'm going to go for 3-1 Palace at the Fortress.
Why?
What? Yeah. Have you seen them play down there this season at all as a neutral fan?
I have many times.
Then you know how hard it is now to go down there. It's not.
I do. That's why I said 1-0 because it's going to be scrappy.
So you're basically saying an easy win for Manchester United and West
Shut
Ham
it, you. Anyway, moving on swiftly.
Matt, what's the score going to be?
1-1 draw, and then draw again with West Ham and Brighton.
So
Yeah,
that
I think that
would
draw as
virtually.
well.
2-0 Man United.
Look, if we draw at Palace and Brighton win against West Ham, happy days. I don't care as long as we don't drop into Conference League. Give me whatever, really. At that point,
What
we
if
put
Zaha
ourselves.
scores a 90th
The,
minute
the
winner?
problem I
We
have
put
with-
ourselves in this position.
The problem I have with the Conference League is that it's great for the smaller clubs, as everyone has said, but it would do the well of good for a Wolverhampton, a West Ham, a Southampton.
Leicester.
It's not for
Tottenham.
these brilliant teams that everyone seems to like. It more towards like the London clubs and Manchester United and City in recent years. It's just one of the things I'm looking forward to though is the conference final with Feyenoord and who's the other team?
Roma.
Roma, yeah.
Jose Roma.
Roma again. They're going to be wanting to put a European title to their name, and it'll be something
Oh, and Reece.
good. Yeah, and it's going to be a good game, no matter what.
Yeah, my message to UEFA: if we finish 7th, give the Conference League place to someone else. Let us just go into the qualifiers for the
Arsene
Europa League.
Wenger
I'm
said
And we'll
really
no.
start from
sorry
the
for this,
bottom.
Abdi, but
Go
Tom's
on.
got this spot on. United for the Conference League. Man United is a small team. You heard it from Tom, not
they're
from me.
not
I'm
a
just
small
reading.
team. That's
I
not a
think
small
the-
team.
Arsene Wenger
Tom,
said no.
Tom,
He
we're
said
gonna have
Conference
problems,
League.
my friend. We're gonna have problems. No, it's fine. I don't care. You can say
Wenger
whatever you want.
That Conference
Wenger
League.
I'm
said
done with
no.
the season anyway.
There's gonna be
Wenger said
chaos.
get in the Conference League.
Anyway, Conference League, Europa League, whatever league, we need to talk about Champions League, 2 Champions League clubs, well, 1 actually, who's still in the final. Man City against Aston Villa, Liverpool against Wolverhampton Wanderers. The title decider. 1 point in it between the 2 sides. What are your thoughts going into this? Man City, Villa, return of Stevie G. Is he going to rescue Liverpool and actually give them the Premier
I've
League
got-
title? I've got a horrible feeling, but yeah. Lottie, let's start off with you. Your thoughts going into the final day with the title situation.
Do you know what? City
Yeah.
are brilliant at home. City win, nice and easy.
I'm
Ollie
hoping,
Watkins will
but
probably
it's
grab a
sad.
goal, but it's
Man
unlikely.
United. Tony wants City
Yeah.
to win.
It's the weirdest situation I've been put in, fortunately.
You should want both teams to lose for a start.
That's the thing. Yeah, you know what? That would work. But realistically, to make life easier, just let them win because this is what my life's come to now. Unfortunately, as a United fan, I don't think any other team's really in a position where there's 2 teams who they hate so much, bitter rivals with both of them who are vying for that title. So City, the local rivals, and what I've got Liverpool, the big rivals as well. But I don't want Liverpool to get the 20th league title, and I don't want Liverpool to get the quadruple. So if they got the 20th league title and the quadruple in one season, yeah, that just makes everything even more worse. So
It's all right. They're only the second team to do it, so it doesn't matter. Matt will back me up on this conversation.
they will be, but you know, in men's football, they will be the first English men's team to do it.
I know, but
eclipsing the
not
treble
going
as
to
well,
happen.
which is and
Not if
I
Pep's
do.
got anything to say about it. I'm sorry.
Still not gold.
Please, Pep. I would like to see. I'd like them to experience how we felt 10 years ago when the Aguero moment happened. Let them win 1-0 or whatever. Let the full-time whistle go. Villa's winning 2-1. 90th minute, 92nd minute. There's no Aguero this time. I don't know. Give it to someone, Bernardo or something. I don't know. Just make them break their hearts. You know, get their
But that
hopes
could
up
happen
and
in
break
your
them out.
game because Zaha could do that right at the end.
No.
You know what? That would be kind of an
You know what?
irony.
That's one of
considering
the
it's
things that
tenth
Zaha does
anniversary.
really well. Sorry, Matt, go on.
No, I was just saying. Imagine the irony if Man City lose the title and last minute goal on the 10th anniversary of the Aguero moment.
No. Anyway, no. With the situation with Liverpool, they've literally been just relentless. Pretty much, they did get stumbled by Spurs, but they have been pretty much relentless. Aside from everything else, unblemished, unflawed in terms of Carabao Cup in the bag, FA Cup in the bag, Champions League final secured, and then afterwards we're still in the title race. Quadruple, yes or no? George, your thoughts?
No.
No?
They'll lose
Premier
the
League, then?
Champions League.
So you think they'll get the Premier League or not as well?
See, I just want to add something to this as well that I don't know
Oh.
if it's been mentioned. So in the Man City Aston Villa game, there's actually money on the game because if Man City win the league, they have to give Aston Villa 15 million for Jack Grealish because it's a part of his contract.
Yeah.
So that could be a bit
Walk
more
onto the
added.
pitch, give him money in hand.
Yeah, so it could be a bit of a added. So 15 million, Gerrard. It's all pointing towards the right thing. I just, I don't know. I think Liverpool win the title, unfortunately. But I think they'll lose the Champions League.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Right, treble. Who else done the treble? Oh, sorry, you.
Yeah, it's not the same treble. But
Just
it's
think of it,
treble.
mate. At least it's not gold.
Okay, good for you. Matt, your thoughts going into quadruple, yes or no? What are your
Quadruple,
thoughts?
no. That's down to. I think Steven Gerrard really bottled it against Burnley. He had a chance to relegate Burnley, didn't take it.
Idiot.
So, yeah, as much as I like Steven Gerrard as a player and everything, unfortunately, he's not done anyone any favours. So, a Man City win against Aston Villa, and it doesn't really matter what Liverpool do against Wolves.
That's easy.
again,
3 points anyway. Just have to turn up. It's like
yeah,
Norwich.
and Wolves are on a bit of a streak. They somehow managed to draw against Norwich. So, in their last
Somehow.
game. Yeah, somehow. It's just one of those things that just infuriates you. So I'd say Liverpool win, but I think City are going to beat Villa. And that's an honest opinion. That's not me trying to be smart with my predictions or anything like that. I just honestly think City will beat Gerrard because they'll want that title back to go back to back.
Lottie?
It's definitely. Thing is, with Pep, even if just thinking, even if Gerrard did put up a fight, Pep has got plans X, Y, and Z, as I like to put it. He's probably got A, B, C, D, possibly an E for plans, but I'm not
Shame it
sure.
doesn't work out for him in the Champions League, to be fair. Yeah.
Shots fired.
Well, anyway, from my point of view, City, do what you got to do. Just don't let the Scousers win. And then afterwards, Hala Madrid in the Champions League final next Saturday.
Oh, we've got someone sitting backstage, Abdi.
Who?
God.
Is it the Ace?
Yeah.
The
Well,
Ace!
well, he's sitting there driving his car. So do I add him to the stream or not?
Nah,
don't wanna
leave him. Just let him wait. Just let him wait.
Wanker.
He's now pointing fingers. I don't want to put him on screen. He doesn't look very happy. Right. Anyway, Austin's in the house. Hello, Austin.
Welcome.
Right. Morning.
Morning. Sorry, guys.
That's right. We had a normal conversation. It was fine.
Oh, no, actually, George, you and Abdi are just firing shots, and me and Matt are sitting here with the popcorn.
They're not
Yeah.
shot. That's just normal talk.
Yeah. Me
Yeah,
and
I just
Georgia.
Yeah.
If you think me and Georgia firing shots now, you should see us when we've had other debates back in the past.
Let's
I
see me and
have- I
Austin
have-
the other
There
day.
has been.
Since,
I've also
since
reached-
George told me about you guys, I've never missed a show, so I know, but it's just funny to be on stream with you guys. So
Austin, quick, we'll run through it because you obviously haven't been watching the show. But it's the quick answers. I do not want any elaborate, 2-hour
waffling.
answers.
Okay.
No, don't say that word.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right,
Austin,
Austin,
I'm
top
sorry.
4. Arsenal top 4, yes or no?
No.
Thank you. Right, Man United, Conference League or Europa League?
Conference League.
Right, thank you.
Are you saying that because of the banter, or are you genuinely think we're going to get Conference League?
Genuine.
Okay.
Don't
enough.
guarantee it because your guarantees mean nothing.
Guarantee it, please.
No.
Guarantee it. Guarantee we're getting Conference League.
Guaranteed Conference League, innit?
Oh, God,
There we
ain't
go. Thank
happening.
you.
Um,
Again, you're
Man
open.
City or Liverpool to win the title?
City.
So you don't think Liverpool are getting all 4?
Nah.
Right, cool. That's it.
Good.
No job done. We've just reviewed the show in about 20 seconds.
well,
Good.
that's about 45 seconds, George. Well done.
There is one more thing. I nearly forgot about it, but My memory was reminded. Relegation. We haven't determined that. Burnley, Leeds,
Relegate them.
both of them. You can't relegate both of
I
them.
can do what you want.
So you want Nottingham Forest and Huddersfield? Forget the playoff final. Both of them just come straight up.
No, not Huddersfield. I've got to travel far for that.
Right.
No,
No.
just-
Leeds,
both.
Brentford away. Burnley
Matt's
are in
favourite
control.
team.
Matt's favourite team. Yeah. The bees, as Matt loves to say.
No, fake bees. Don't.
The real
no.
bees. No,
Fake
the real bees.
Fake
So-
bees. There's
Brentford.
only one bees in London, and they're not them.
Okay. Okay.
Doncaster Bells.
Right. Let's continue. Brentford have Leeds away. Burnley have Newcastle at home. Burnley are the ones in control. They're both on 35 points, but Burnley have a
He's got
much superior goal, and they're golden. If
Oh.
they draw, they have to hope for.
Andy, we lost
yeah.
you there. You might have to repeat that for us.
Sorry. Okay. Burnley have Newcastle at home. Brentford have Leeds away,
Yep.
or Leeds have Brentford away. 35 points, both of them. Burnley have the better goal difference. Burnley need to win. They'll be golden. What are we thinking? Score predictions for Brentford Leeds. Matt, your favourite team.
100-0 Leeds.
Okay. George.
What is it? Brentford Leeds.
Yeah, Brentford Leeds.
Just because I hate Burnley, I'm gonna go Leeds 1-0.
Okay. Brentford have had like good success at home as well.
Yeah,
I
I just want
final day
Burnley
of the
down.
season for them.
Mostly by cheating.
Lottie, I'm gonna probably. Can we get just a regular answer for this one? Burnley Leeds.
Me?
Yeah.
Your
Sorry.
name is Lottie.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that. I am gonna go 3-1 to Brentford.
Be happy if Tony scores there. Actually,
All right.
Austin.
Solid.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
Austin. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
go
Austin.
2-0 Leeds.
Yeah. Abdi.
Okay.
We know you like Leeds.
2-1 Brentford. 2-1 Brentford.
Oh, why do you want Burnley to stay up?
I'm going off what I actually think. I don't think.
Bloody pointless team.
I don't think
exists.
Burnley will go down. Maybe.
They
I
are.
don't know.
What do they offer? Like, they're nothing. Like,
Brexit football. That's what they
yeah,
offer.
thank you. Like, it's just get rid. Like, just go. Like, no one cares. No one likes you. Go. Even the fucking in-betweeners don't even like them. Just get rid of Burnley. That's what I'm saying. If anything's going to happen, last game of the season, get rid of Burnley.
Georgie voice, I take it you're going for a Newcastle win?
Yeah, 28-0.
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
20.
No, actually 3-0. Chris Wood's
Mhm.
going to relegate them. Just to piss them
Right.
off.
Oh,
Oh,
that'll
Chris
be the
Wood is
other
out
one.
with a hip injury. Sorry, George.
Yeah, it don't matter. He'll come on in a wheelchair. No, I don't think people realise how much I dislike Burnley. There's just no point. They've got a horse up front.
It goes back to that 0-0, doesn't it?
Like, they've got a horse up front who eats vegetables. They've got, or whatever, that's his name, isn't it? A red horse or whatever it is. Like, it's just no point.
That's my boy.
Yeah, then they have to. They're that crap. They have to name one of their central defenders and the pop star who died years ago to be their manager. No, it's just no. It's not happening. Just get rid. Go
All
to
right.
the Championship and play with the other pointless pub team, Stoke City. Goodbye.
And West
Goodbye.
Brom.
Cool. Austin.
Yeah.
Burnley, Newcastle.
I'm sorry. Newcastle
28-0.
2,
Come on, Austin.
Newcastle 2, Burnley 1.
All right.
What? I thought you said
Matt-
2-1 Burnley there. I was going to go right.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want Burnley
Yeah.
staying. I don't want
Fucking
Burnley
shithole
staying.
as well.
Uh,
The only thing good about Burnley is their headset's not actually that bad. Fair play.
Good.
Um,
Good to know. Matt,
Yeah.
your score predictions for Burnley, Newcastle.
I think Newcastle are just in the party atmosphere at the moment. They've still not had like a down to earth sort of scoreline. So I'm going to say 2-0 Newcastle.
Yay!
Okay.
Come on,
I
Matt.
thought you said they're in the party atmosphere. But yeah,
They won 2-0 at I nearly said St.
St James.
St James's Park on Monday. I can imagine them.
Yeah,
doing that
move on.
again.
We're not talking about that guy.
I had to do the chat along for that, and I
I actually
To
watched
be
that.
fair, Matt, I did abandon
Saw
you
some
at
highlights.
63 minutes, didn't I?
You
Yeah,
have my
Run.
sympathies. I'd have been on double vodka shots by then.
yeah. Bertie was not very happy towards the end of that game.
Who?
Bertie, the one that I was on with.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lottie, Burnley, Newcastle.
I am going to get I'm going to go with Eddie Howe, the ex-Burnley manager, to beat them 3-0.
Was he ex-Burnley?
Yes, he was. He left there
Yeah,
a few
years ago.
seasons ago
Yeah, he was.
because
He was.
his mother
he was.
wasn't well and he wanted to go back to the South Coast.
He was. Yes.
I would
would-
just leave just on the whole thing. It's just a shithole. Like,
He
no.
was
It's
at Bournemouth, then went to Burnley and went back to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right,
Good.
Brexit.
Any comments?
All right, let's have a look. Let's go scroll back up. I've got Tom telling me off somewhere. Let me just find
Daichi.
that
It's
comment.
Daichi. See that? Even Daichi. Come on, Daichi. We've got to
Tom
get
said,
rid of
no,
Daichi.
I said I cold have cut. It's Lottie. Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
think you mean
good.
could. So, right. Stu's in the house from Tom. All right, Matt from Tom. Tom, Matt, you don't look happy. I'm sorry, but he's just been laughing his head off the last 10 minutes.
That's because he's
with
talking
George.
about Burnley. That's why he's not happy.
And Brentford.
Well, Brentford.
Stu, I am indeed. Whoop, whoop. It's the weekend from Stu. Tom, come on, West Ham. Stu, put the gloves away. You're like, no, never. This is why it's been so entertaining. Tom, United for the Conference League. Man United is a small team. I will put that up again. Is Tom laughing? Conference League is all you're talking about. Come Monday. Ha 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 ha.
No, I'll be talking about Burnley getting relegated.
Yeah. Keith saying, all right, Tom. All right, boy. I made it home. Liam
Makes a
Archer,
change.
Wolves.
How's Swindon?
Oh yeah, because of Jota.
Wolves also get money from Liverpool if they win the title from Liam
Yeah.
Archer. Where is he? Oh, he's come back. There he is. JT, give us a wave. Did you come back on screen?
Aye.
Travolta,
Tom.
not John Terry.
Yeah, we know.
Hey.
We know. John Travolta, not John Terry. So much banners and shots fired. Brilliant. Tom asking where Hubert is. I'll let you answer that one, Abdi.
He's in
Hubert.
Portsmouth. You know where Hubert is. You saw him earlier. Bloody,
Oh,
you was with him. We was with him. You, Tom, have a word. Like we was at Stratford, and he went on to Waterloo to go to Portsmouth.
Well,
he wants Hubert on, man. He doesn't want me hosting the show. Don't worry, Hubert will be back. He'll be back in his regular position as the host. Don't worry. You won't have to deal with me too much.
Sorry, Abdi. I'm just going to fly through this. There's not many left.
Keep going. That's fine.
Stu, so much banter and shots fired. Brilliant, folks. Sean Dyche is not at the wheel this time round. No, he is not.
No,
I miss
he's,
Sean.
Probably in a pub somewhere.
he'll be at the
Keith-
Tolly on Sunday.
Keith, George, you must be the funniest bloke on the internet.
I won't go
mate.
that far. If you watched AFTV,
Stu,
Hey.
agree in there. It's comedy gold. I will say that Stu has texted me on WhatsApp a few times and said he's now got the popcorn and the wine out.
well, that's a
He's
bit
having good
rude.
fun.
Didn't text me, Stu. I'll see how it is.
Right, Abdi, all yours again. Done those comments.
Well,
Get rid of Burnley.
get rid
Can I
of
do a
Burnley.
petition
Well,
like hashtag Burnley out or something? Because there's
No.
all this other crap out.
no, it's fine.
And they're
So
complaining today. Have you seen that?
yeah,
Them and
Burnley and
Leeds.
Leeds are complaining about financial some situation about Everton, and they're pressing the Premier League to investigate them or something.
Yeah, shut up, Burnley. Just go and play in the Championship. Melts.
Oh, we'll see what happens with that. I don't think too much will happen with that.
Ain't they owned like by some person? Like I don't know
Burnley,
what-
yeah, they got bought by someone recently a couple of years
Prince-
back.
Prince Nazim or something, wasn't it?
I thought it was like Speed
Prince.
or something.
It was some sort of American.
Was it Steve?
everyone said it.
Keith,
No,
I didn't know you
Speed.
bought Burnley.
Oh,
I don't know. Well, I don't know who owns Burnley, but by the end of Sunday, 6 p.m. ish, we'll find out who's champions of England, who will be relegated to the Championship, who's got Champions League, who's got Europa League, and who's got Conference League.
United.
Hopefully, it's not Man United. Hopefully, it's not Man United.
Man United. Man United.
Okay.
Gavin,
Austin.
teeth.
Austin. Oh, good. Thank you. Austin, since you're waffling and talking already, I'm joking. Since you're already talking, give us your socials. Where can the people find you?
Oh, that was a quick show, wasn't it?
At Potato Waffle.
Oh, you jumped on late. That's what you get for jumping on late.
I was in the sports vehicle. We have a vehicle now. It's called the Ford Fiesta. No, I'm joking. My socials are at Sullivan Austin, SULLIVAN USTIN.
And your
Good.
time starts now. If you can get a
I get
6
faster and
word out
faster.
of that.
I know. I
Matt,
get faster.
count-
where can the good
Countdown
people
works.
find you?
At MattLR28 on Twitter. I'm usually doing some writing on women's football. I've actually got a really nice Saturday planned for a championship playoff between Southampton and Wolverhampton, which I'm looking forward to.
Enjoy
And
that.
I'll be bringing that out probably on Sunday for her football hub. So if anyone wants to read something about women's football, and have a look.
Good. Georgie boy, where can the good people find you?
The Tully. No. What? Oh, in general.
You can on Sunday.
That's Sunday. That's Sunday, mate.
I am at Clock End George because it's a lot easier than the other crap it was.
That's for true. Lottie, anything you have to plug, and where can the good people find you?
Well, you can normally find me in my YouTube residency at Canon Chatter TV over on our YouTube channel. I obviously do the men's show, but myself and Matt and my regular guest, which is sitting below me, you can normally find us on the Arsenal Lady Show, which is my show. The season has come to an end, but the Euros are coming, so keep an eye on my socials. And to find out what it's called. If you do want to give me a follow, name's on the screen just down there. It's with 2 eyes because the normal spelling.
What if they're
isn't
blind?
there.
For the blind people, yes.
Sorry, I do.
I know I'm the only blind person that matters in your
George.
life.
George, behave yourself, yeah?
I feel sorry for Hubert when he listens to this back.
He's like, where can I find her?
But Hubert already follows me, so it's all good. But for
That is,
anybody
yeah.
else who does want to follow me, and if you're listening on audio, it's at Lottie_B. It's with 2 T's and 2 I's.
There you go, Liam. I'll cater for your needs. Just phone me.
Good.
Unfortunately, sports
Tom.
not provide Braille. Right.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Right.
We will be.
If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Abdullahi26, at AABDULLAHI26. If you want to follow Sportsmania, follow us on at official Smania on the Twitter machine. We have a link tree where you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Discord, WhatsApp. We're everywhere. We're on the YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Leave a comment. We'll see you next week in terms of we'll be back reviewing the final match week. Then we'll be back again, probably doing stuff for the Champions League. And probably a big end of season review overall.
Also, just to mention about the show next week, we will. One of the guests that we have got is Mr. Lee Judges. So if you,
he's coming back. He's coming back. Lee Judges.
Hey.
If you haven't seen that show, go back and watch it. It's on the channel.
And potentially another special guest. So just keep interested. I've lost the word. What I was going to say. Keep reading, watching, listening,
The other channel.
whatever blind people want to do or sighted people, and I see all you Arsenal pissheads in the chat on Sunday.
Yep, I just want to say good luck to everyone on the
Arsenal.
final day. Good luck on the final day of the season to everyone. Not everyone's going to get exactly what they want.
Come on, Newcastle.
Enjoy for those going. I know there's a big social going on for the Arsenal game, so good luck everybody with that and enjoy and try not to get too messy, okay? All right. So with that, go on.
Before we cut
Any
off,
comments?
final comments.
Go
Stu,
ahead.
Cheers, all great show, great show. I've had a giggle. See some of you legends Saturday and Sunday. Keith, great show, you loved it. See you some Sunday. Up the gun.
Cheers, Steve.
And Tom, is it not James for Norwich? Is it? I'm not too sure what you mean by that, Tom. Sorry, mate.
Not sure about that either, but yes, everyone enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching, and good night.